Hello, good people of YouTube. Sealord here, and today, update 12.9 has gone live. This is the update that is bringing the Japanese Battlecruisers to the game, a very hotly anticipated line of ships. Although, apparently they might have a couple of issues, but again, I haven't played them, and I will let you guys know how them Battlecruisers be once I do get my grubby little hands on them. But in addition to that, this is the update where we have the traditional Halloween operation, and we're getting a most, let's say, not welcomed addition to the game, the dreaded U-4501, among some other additions to the game. So let's go ahead and go through the update. We're going to go through and just hit the highlights of the update and let you guys know what you need to know in order to get the most out of this update. If you do like this video and find this video informational and entertaining, or you just enjoy it, please make sure to drop a like and leave a comment. It helps out on the YouTube side of things. So if you want to read along, go ahead and read aloud. Just check out the link in the description down below to the update article. You can get a free day of premium time out of this article just by clicking on the gift button. If it does pop up for you, it will pop up for you, so make sure you check that out for that. I will be throwing any relevant images or screenshots up on screen as we go through it. So let's get started. So they say update 12.9, new Japanese battleships. And they start right off the bat with a Japanese battleship. So, with the release of Update 12.9, 3 new Japanese battleships are set into early access. The Yamahari, the Adatara, and the Bongo. Again, that's such a goofy name. I know it's the name of a strait, but Bongo. Alright, so what's very interesting is that, of course, just like all early access events, these ships are in, their own event, shall we say. And in order to get these ships, the Yamahari and the Adatara, they're both in sequential bundles. There's no random bundles this time, and so is the Bongo. So I'm assuming the Yamahari, the Adatara, and the Bongo are all in just one big sequential bundle, which means you have to pay an exorbitant amount of money in order to get these ships if you want to get them in early access. Again, these ships will be available completely for free for everyone to grind, and if they follow the traditional cycle to updates. So again, these ships will be free. So don't worry about throwing your wallet at the screen to get them in early access. There's no point. Again, they're just techline ships. There's nothing special about them, right? So, but being in sequential bundles means that you don't have that chance of maybe grabbing that one, tier 9 early access ship in your first bundle of the random bundles thing, like a bunch of you have said has happened to you in the past, and that's happened to me in the past too. When the first 2 or 3 of those bundles, of those random bundles, you'll get the tier 9, but not anymore. They're all in sequential bundles, which means Wargaming has placed them, at certain points in that sequential bundle set. So you gotta buy through all of those bundles in order to get these ships. And we'll see how that plays out. They say the new Japanese battleships have large caliber main battery guns with trademark Japanese features, high firing range, and good accuracy. I wonder if they have the Japanese battleship dispersion, because that's kind of painful. The ships have good concealment and average speed. You can select between a fighter or a spotting aircraft with high precision optics, a new consumable that increases not only your main battery guns' range, but also their accuracy. Among the disadvantages of these battleships are their low HP pools, mediocre armor, and weak AA defenses. To celebrate this occasion, we've decorated the Curie port and added the Japanese battleship flag to the game. So, yeah, they're interesting ships, right? And I've been waiting for Japanese, and many of you have been waiting for Japanese battlecruisers for quite some time, but, I don't know. I was anticipating more of a complete overhaul of the Japanese battleship tech tree, because if you go up the Japanese battleship tech tree, up the Yamato line, there are several ships in that line that are legit battlecruisers. And I thought, oh, now that they're bringing in proper Japanese battlecruisers, they'll shuffle the line around. We'll have a line of dreadnoughts that lead to the Yami, and then we'll have a line of battlecruisers that lead to the Bongo. But they apparently aren't doing that. So, yeah. I'm a little disappointed by that fact, but I am very interested to get my hands on these ships when they do get released. Alright, so your favorite submarine, fellas, is being released in-game, and that is the U-4501. My ADHD and my dyslexia both kicked in there. They say with the release of update 12.9, U-4501 will become available in the armory for 250,000 coal. This is a project for a relatively small submarine, type 26, armed with 10 torpedo tubes and capable of achieving high speeds while submerged. U-4501 is a stealthy submarine that can travel fast when submerged but is very slow while surfaced. She has an increased ping marker sector size, but it takes some time for her sonar to cool down. Her torpedoes deal good damage, but their range is relatively short. Among her disadvantages are a small HP pool and low dive capacity. However, these factors are compensated for with access to the repair party and reserve battery unit consumables, as well as her fast dive capacity recharge rate. This ship is really small too, fellas. Like, I've seen some screenshots of it in game, and it is a teeny tiny little thing. It is fast. I mean, at this point, this is the design phase of submarines, of like late war German submarines that were actually submarines, meaning that they were meant to be operated underwater rather than just chilling at the surface and diving for short amounts of time. So it does make sense that this thing has better performance underwater than on the surface. That being said, it is like ridiculously fast. I think it still can go like 38 knots, 39 knots, something like that underwater, which is ridiculous. But that does also mean it can't really shotgun that well, because it has its surface speed when it's at periscope depth. So that might also come back to bite it. But then again, it doesn't really sound like it's a shotgunny submarine. It sounds like it's meant to use as homing torpedoes, as the German line is meant to use. But we'll see. And I have like 600,000 coal because it's been a hot minute since the coal ships come out. So I will be picking this thing up when the update goes live, and we'll see how crazy this little submarine be. Alright, so with 12.9, they are continuing the Voyage to the North Pole event. This is just like a lead up to the end of the year's Santa container, New Year's Christmas container, whatever you want to call them containers. So far there's been some combat missions that go up. You can, go through them, get some free stuff. It's continuing in this update. They say we're continuing our journey to the new year. Soon after the release of 12.9, the third mission chain will become available. Completing the event's mission chains will reward you with Arctic tokens, as well as mystery rewards that will be revealed when the corresponding missions unlock. You can exchange Arctic tokens for various rewards under the Voyage to the North Pole tab in the Armory. The selection of containers in the Armory has been updated. You can now purchase Black Friday 2023, that's this year's Black Fridays, and Black Friday 2023 premium containers. Later, you also have the opportunity to purchase Jack-o'-lantern containers and Jack-o'-lantern premium containers. The final reward for completing all combat mission groups is Soviet cruiser, the Pozarsky, the AP only Kutuzov. So that's good. I mean, that is literally a free premium ship right there. A free Tier 8 premium ship. Now, it is the AP only Kutuzov, but I mean, hey, free premium ship is free premium ship. And this starts on October 17th. Now, I do wonder if this third chain should be the second chain. Third mission chain. God, again, dyslexia is kicking in. This third mission chain should be the last one, because the next update will be the November update. And then that should take us into the Christmas container, Santa container, end of the year container event. So there you go. So I believe, that's why they're talking about it in this update. You can get the Pozarsky if you finish that. So that's cool. Again, free Tier 8 premium ship is free Tier 8 premium ship. Now, something that's interesting that's kind of popped up, and I don't think they announced anything about this beforehand. Salvage for Victory. So what's interesting here is that, like we've been talking about in other ways in other videos, Wargaming is like doing their darndest to fight resource inflation, and they've added in all these auctions and other events that you can trade your resources in for tokens and stuff in order to decrease the amount of resources in game. And like I just said, I have 500,000 coal right now, right? So in this event, you can exchange certain amounts of resources to fill a progress bar. Once you reach certain milestones, you get certain rewards, a la like the dockyard. And at the end, you get the champagne with the unique commander Ferdinand Lacroix if you completely fill up the progress bar. So for those that don't have champagne, this is a good way to get it. And I mean, too, if you have all these resources sitting around that you just have an abundance of that you don't plan to do anything with, yeah, it's a solid event. You can trade it in and get some stuff out of it. It's not forcing you to get anything. The champagne is, I mean, like, I don't like it, right? Because it's a sniper, you sit in the back of the map. It's like a French lava. I don't like it that much. Some do. But I mean, hey, if you got the resources lying around, now's a good opportunity to get it. And again, these are resources that you typically, again, you got to earn. So it's not like you can throw your wallet at the event. I think doubloons is one of the resources you can trade in, but it's only for so much of it. Like, you can't buy your way through it, to my knowledge at least. So overall, I think it's a pretty solid thing if you got an abundance of resources, because there are players that have way more resources than you can possibly think of right now, right? Like, I've seen some screenshots of like the Super Unicums ports and stuff. They got some crazy numbers over there. So yep, I think it's a solid event. All right, and of course the Halloween operation is coming back, and this one is pretty interesting. So they say the spooky season is almost upon us. Update 12.9 delivers a new Halloween operation from the darkness. And this final chapter of our ongoing story, your task is to escort Transylvania and protect her from the enemy forces as she travels to deliver a payload of special explosives to destroy the portal. Help Transylvania reach her destination and inflict the final blow to the forces of darkness. The main difference from the previous Halloween operations is that you can participate playing your own tier 8 to 9 ships of all types. Additionally, special modifiers will be applied to the characteristics of all the ships to even out the performance in the operation, and you will receive an additional buff each time your team loses a ship. And the last voyage of the Transylvania will become available 2 weeks after 12.9 goes live. Makes sense. That's, when it's really spooky season, right? So yeah, the Halloween operation, it's normally good fun. I normally play through it a couple of times with some friendos. So yeah, I mean, it's a fun mode. I really like it. It's a nice break from playing randoms and such too. And now that we can take in, whatever ships we want, tier 8 to 9, that's pretty fun. I can take Palmer in and just, go to town on some bots. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about is how do I put this? The latest maximum monetization scheme Wargaming's got going on, and it's not really a scam or anything. It's just because you know what you're getting out of it. It's just funny to me at least. So now they have YouTube memberships. Well, apparently they've been having YouTube memberships, and now they're offering rewards for being a YouTube member. So depending upon it's like Patreon, right? Depending upon what tier you buy, you get a combat mission and you can earn rewards from it. So like the first tier, it's 99 cents, $1. You get 1,500 community tokens after completing the combat mission. The second tier is $1.99, so $2. You get 3 jack-o'-lantern containers and of course the reward from the previous level. And for their top tier, which is $3, I'm assuming this works like Patreon, where every month it's a subscription type deal. You get 3 of the French Squadron containers and the rewards from the 2 previous levels. It's just funny that Wargaming has essentially YouTube Patreon, the multi-billion-dollar company. I don't know if I think they are a billion-dollar company. I think just so maybe. Let's Google that right now. Let's see. Wargaming net worth. I think because those guys in World of Tanks, they spend some money. Okay, $1.1 billion, right? So yeah, it is a billion-dollar company. That's funny. Oh man, but yeah, the billion-dollar company needs a Patreon. That's just entertaining. All right, guys. So that's it for the things you need to know for this update. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about the update. Hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday and wonderful rest of your week. And I hope to catch you guys in the next one.